All right, so your mom Bonbon won the coin toss, so they got the choice to pick the first map. They decided to go to Volskaya Foundries, which is going to give Heroes of the United States on the left, the blue team, the first pick. Oh, sorry, Bonbon is on the left. I need to swap my thing real quick. Switch sides. There you go. Alright, yeah, so your mom Bonbon on the left was picked the map Volskaya. Here's the United States on the right. Gets the first pick, decides to ban out the Maiev. Now, Phoenix, even though there was a patch yesterday, I think Phoenix is still in a very strong spot. Medivh is still in a pretty good spot if they have people that know how to play them. Here's the United States wants to get rid of the Maiev. They don't want to deal with a lot of that, that pull and that displacement. I feel like displacement's a pretty powerful meta right now. You have the Junkrat Bomb, Garrosh pull and throw, or not pull, but stun and throw, and Maiev with her pull. It's very powerful in the meta right now, I believe, in my opinion, anyways. Your mom Bonbon showing to ban the Phoenix. I think it's only shown for us. The other team doesn't technically see this. Just making sure that they will ban it. They're probably using the rest of the time to decide what heroes they want to pick on the first round, and in case there's any counters, so that way they can think quickly, using up all their time, and they just want to show them so that way they make sure that if they do run out of time, they don't actually mess up. So this is going to give heroes pretty much whatever they think is the most important to. They like Stukov with some of the choke points that are available, being able to control, and a lot of the sustained healing on the points is very powerful on Volskaya. The Malfurions, the Stukovs, Lucio, if they don't think they're worried about too many CC, or they could go for the Garrosh, which is probably one of the highest peeling and CC tanks right now, especially because he can also create picks for the team. Just all around a very strong hero. But they decided to go with the Hanzo, looking for a lot of that scatter damage on the point, or just straight up poke damage from long range. Just he's still a very powerhouse in the long range assassin's role. Bonbon answering with a Blaze Genji. They prioritize their solo laner pretty quickly. I mean, Blaze is super strong on the ability to double soak on this map. He has the so he has the ability to, sorry, I can't type and think at the same time. He has the ability to double soak. To change the vid title. What is he talking about? Title has been updated. But yeah, he has the ability to double soak, which can be very powerful, which can be beneficial if the team allows to poke. There's a lot of time before an objective actually gets taken on one shrine or one zone, I guess. Because it takes 40 seconds for an actual zone to take if it's not contested at all. But so there's a lot of delaying potential. Heroes picking up ETC Malfurion. That already gives them a pretty good combo with this ETC root, a stun followed up by my Malfurion roots. So we're gonna see if they're gonna probably pair that with a mage later in the second round. See if they can get some type of blow up potential. You have potential for mosh pits. There's only a Blaze to interrupt right now, which I think Blaze cannot interrupt mosh pit, because I think if he charges into it, then the ticking of the mosh stun will stun him first. So your mom Bonbon deciding, they're prioritizing the ban on the other solo laner. They don't want to see who is going to really beat up Blaze a lot in the solo lane and really contest. They were showing the Sonya. They're debating between the Leoric. Honestly, for double soaking purposes, Sonya's going to be weaker. But because Leo can double soak really well, and Leo will beat him up in lane. So I think they're just deciding who they want to face less. They decide against the Sonya. So they're saying, hey, we don't want to deal with Sonya. We think she's going to be a problem. Maybe they think there's going to be a lot of follow-up with the ETC Malfurion, which is very true. Sonya is very good with Malfurion because Malfurion gets that, that one hot on her and then just moonfires, and she's allowed to dive essentially with free heals plus her whirlwind. Heroes quickly banning out the Uther, so that tells me that they are looking for a stun blow up comp. I mean, Uther is one of the best healers against a big blow up, like because of that armor duration he gets the cleanse. He has that other knights, the guardian talent at 7 that if they're stunned or rooted, he does more healing. They get more armor. So that's pretty much showing that, hey, we're gonna pick up a powerful mage, probably a Jaina, maybe a Li Ming or something that's gonna try to blow you up. They're already showing. I mean, they're looking at Genji. Genji's a pretty easy target to blow up if you get that first stun to stop his deflect. But Bonbon's saying, hey, we don't care. We're just going to displace you with the Garrosh and the Li Ming. Li Ming has Wave of Force that gives more interrupts ability for the ETC. Kind of gives them a long range, makes it harder for ETC to really get off any type of mosh pit. But one thing they probably might not consider, and I don't know if Bonbon is considering this either, but ETC can actually be a very good counter to Blaze. Like, he can actually beat Blaze in the lane, gets Echo Pedal level 7 to get AoE damage, or to AoE wave clear, and then actually take stage dive. And that way they don't have to worry about mosh pit at all. And ETC will actually body Blaze in the lane. I don't know if many people know that, but it's actually pretty gross. But that does require them to probably pick up another, frontliner, maybe Ethereal, to kind of dive onto that backline, provide sanctification for the team when ETC does dive in, or when Garrosh throws. Also gives them move speed. Maybe like Ethereal Greymane. Greymane's very good against Genji, because Genji can't stay in the fight if Greymane jumps on top of him. But so it looks like they are going to do the ETC stage dive. We're gonna be seeing that, because now Joanna is actually going to be in any type of rotation and really play the frontliner to provide wave clear, and then the Chromie poke and the Hanzo. So essentially, Joanna is going to be looking there to kind of peel the Genji, kind of peel the Garrosh away from the Chromie and the Hanzo. It is interesting that they picked Chromie into the Genji, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for the follow. And Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of the United States. Wait, am I doing this right? I need to pick. Oh, this is what you're talking about, fixing my title, because I should switch these up. Yes, on the title. Your mom. We'll do that. Bonbon verse. Probably shouldn't switch it, because yeah, I'll switch it. I'll just stay consistent for next game. So Bonbon picking up. Man, that means I've been swapping it the whole draft. Either way, I'm haven't been doing this long, obviously. So Rhaegar for Bonbon. I mean, I guess they did not want to pick Stukov. Rhaegar's pretty good. You get some movement speed with him if he needs to run away. I just don't see who Rhaegar pairs with. I'm not gonna see all you got is Ancestral is on Garrosh. Maybe the Genji when he picks his he picks Dragonblade. I'm not sure about the Rhaegar, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, it still provides a lot of wave clear, which I think they actually did need, so that's probably why they picked him. They probably wanted the wave clear. Look at Chromie being like, hey, we're going to see which lane you are. I thought they stopped where you can't do that anymore. But anyways, game number 1 on Volsky Industries of Yurmon Bonbon on the left versus Heroes of the Storm. So for Yurmon Bonbon, we got Blaze with the Bonbons on Blaze. Bonbons is on Rhaegar. Well, that makes it easy. The OG Bonbon on Genji, Dream Crusher on the Garrosh, and Kivo Panda on the Li Ming. On the right-hand side, Heroes of the Storm, we got Watson on the ETC, Blaze on the Hanzo, Waterboy KTD on the Joanna, Andrew on the Chromie, and Jub on the Malfurion. Yeah, I mean, let me know, guys. What team do you guys think is better? Like, right off the... I mean, I would like to see Heroes of the Storm kind of win this out, because I really like the ETC and Joanna pick. It provides a lot of peel and the poke, but I feel like Bonbon's got a lot more kill pressure, and I think the disruption is going to cause enough issues, especially with the Genji, with the Chromie, with the Garrosh and the Genji is going to cause enough disruption in the backline to really win it out in the long run. So we are seeing a little bit of a rotation from Bonbon. You know, it's harder to rotate on this map just because it's very awkward to walk around at this location. Oh, I need to swap scenes. Alright, I'm just checking all my scene stuff. There we go. So it's a little harder to rotate on this map. We are getting Q stack from Hanzo, so that's why he's coming down here to get some pokes on the Blaze to make sure he can get his Q stacks up. But either way, you know, they're looking for ganks. Everybody's playing pretty passive right now. You know, we're using the Joanna clear, the Chromie clear. Garrosh is trying to get his stacks up. I like the rotation in for Heroes of the Storm to get this camp early. The camp spawn is pretty quick, and having the ability to just drop that turret down anytime they want if they're getting invaded on. Maybe this allows them to have multiple turrets before the first objective. And they lost literally 0. So they actually gained soak while taking that camp. So that's a huge plus and a good start for Heroes of the Storm. And we're going to see the counter camp pickup from Bonbon. So I like this. So we're actually seeing ETC versus the Garrosh. I mean, this is... I wonder if they did it on purpose, knowing that... Because usually the bottom lane is the solo lane, which is why we see Blaze down there. Because this is a pretty interesting rotation from River. We have Hanzo with Malfurion staying in one lane. We got Joanna versus Chromie, because they can both stay safe. Joanna has self-heals and her trait. And ETC has self-heal. So pretty much every lane... That's a pretty smart rotation. So every lane has the ability to either self-heal or stay alive, or have a healer. So basically they have infinite sustain in the lane. Granted, nobody has been aggressive yet. Everybody's just been rotation to their mercs, understanding how this map objective is going to work and keeping people away from this first objective, especially since this first objective is fighting in the middle. You want to, yeah, they're timing these mercs so that way they're fighting over the top lane. Oh, we got, okay. It's up to them to pause. I'm not going to pause unless they do it. Perfect. So hopefully we're going to see Bonbon delay this push in here for a little bit, kind of force them down here, get a little bit of stack, a little bit of percentage while they need to clear up these, while the other team's clearing up those lanes. Missing a little bit of soak here. So we're going to want to see Bonbon rotate somebody top to clear the mercs while this is being fought over in the 3v3. Now 4v3. Blaze has been pushing pretty hard on the bottom lane. It's got half a damage to the wall, but they just are now losing control of the point. So we are going to start seeing percentages going to Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the United States. No rotation up to the top. We do see Blaze rotate up to the contestant point. And we have a little bit of a scuffle. Big damage from Chromie hitting 3 mans in the background. Genji jumps in. ETC was not able to land the stun, but a big, nice root on Garrosh. I think he's already used his throw. Actually throws it away to try to save himself, but still dies to the poke from Hanzo in that long range. Genji's just trying to dive through as much as possible, get some of that damage onto the back line, but with the Garrosh falling early, it's going to force them off the camp, and that's probably going to be a early, what is this thing called? Well, Scott, I mean, like, an early objective for Heroes of the United States. What do we call this thing? It's not Punisher, obviously. A little bit of contention. This is the annoying part about this objective. I mean, Garrosh is back now. They can fully fight. Nice stun by the ETC immediately when Genji jumped in, and a good follow-up by the rest of the team. I mean, Genji can't even be in the fight anymore. Both Heroes finally able to use their turret after they kept up that merc camp. And just the poke damage from Heroes is so strong. Like, the Hanzo range, the Chromie range, and the 2 double frontline tanks, and the Malfurion sustain. I mean, Bonbon was just not able to contest it all. Now, let's see what they're going to do with this first punch. It's very strong now. I mean, like, look how much it just chunked a Garrosh. There's actually the front wall's already down. Garrosh, oh no. Oh. And they're just 5-man pushing this. They're going to let Blaze double soak. Or not really double soak, but he's just soaking the top lane. We're going to see the... I cannot think of the word for this thing. Plays smartly. Jumps away or disengages from the lane, seeing that them all rotate. I mean, I would like to see Heroes send somebody to soak the lanes. I mean, yes, you have the objective. You have 2 people in here. I don't think you probably need the Joanna here. I mean, I guess you want the Joanna just in case they really dive onto it. But there's nobody... Heroes really shouldn't be fearful of any type of dive from Bonbon because they don't really have anybody that can dive besides the Genji. And if the Genji dives in, honestly, the Protector, that's what it's called, right? The Protector is just going to jump onto the Genji. But with that objective, it was able to leave them a half a level lead. Honestly, they would have been 10 if the Joanna or even the Hanzo just double soaked a little bit. Would have easily netted them 10 already, and they probably actually would have just been able to push that fort to give a little bit of objectives, a little bit of an advantage. Looking at the talents, nothing too out of the ordinary. We are seeing the new dominance talent for Li Ming. Level 10 just reached for Heroes. We're gonna see Slowing Sands instead. They did pick. That's probably why they picked the Rhaegar. They wanted the cleanse, just in case the time loop. And just all the typical talents. Chromie's actually almost finished with her globes, which is really good for her. Adds that extra little bit of damage. And mana regen. Basically makes it so Chromie doesn't need to use mana ever. Or never need it back, which is, you know, kind of OP. Triglav, Protector. Yeah, Protector. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Like, all I could think of was Punisher, 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 Punisher. It was like, stop Punisher. So, both teams kind of playing the PvE game. Genji almost dying to Merc camps. Ooh, Hanzo, Hanzo. Oh! Nice shot. Saw that coming. With that vision from the Chromie, getting that long range 7.5, you know, 7.5 range Hanzo. Feels good, man. A nice, easy pickup from Heroes. Easy to kill steal. Only 2 kills in the game right now. Genji did pick up the X strike, seeing they're going to look for some type of dive, maybe after the Garrosh throws, or the Blaze stuns, and also makes it so that he can't. It's harder for him to get silenced against the Malfurion, but honestly, it still makes it just the same as easy because you see the X strike go down, you just wait for him to land, and then silence right there, and he can't escape. So we'll see how it plays out. We do see the stage dive. Now we haven't seen too much, you know, soaking from the ETC yet. Just because they did win the Punisher so quickly, they didn't need to soak. And then now that he does have it and he does have the stage dive, we should be seeing the rest of the team kind of 4-man elsewhere. Check out the damage a little bit. Hanzo is the top damage in the game so far with about 6k higher. Oh, we got this engage from Bonbon, looking for that right onto the Chromie damage. Li Ming's taking a lot. Chromie's in there. Here comes the ETC mosh pit. Chromie is still alive. And just gets auto-attacked by the so it's a 1-for-1 trade. But now there's Hanzo in the background just poking everybody with the long range. Didn't even go for the Garrosh because he knew that the rest of his team had it. And an unfortunate time to fight because it gives free objective percentages to Heroes. They didn't even need... Yeah, they didn't even glow cleanse. You're right. You're right. They didn't even need to use that heal item. Look at the one auto attack really kills Genji, or 1 Q. That's like ridiculous. Surprisingly, they're actually using the Malfurion to sit in the back. Hopefully Hanzo does not get back. I mean, he's so much range. They honestly have not been able to really dive on anybody between the double tank front line. Bonbon's just having a tough time to actually get in there. I mean, that was their best engage that they could have had with the surround onto the Malfurion Chromie, and they still took forever to kill Chromie. Yep. Easy Protector. Not even really contested at all, and then now this is going to be a lane that already has the fort down. Going to be pushing onto a keep. Level 13s, it is even talent tiers, but it's so hard to fight into this Protector. You only have the range damage of Li Ming, really. You have some Genji damage, but it's not going to be as significant. I mean, that damage is just so ridiculous. It's so much zoning just from the machine gun of the Protector. They actually have Chromie in here too, so they're getting less, because they're keeping one tank out to be able to at least peel if they were to get dived on, if the Genji were to come in. Chromie is going to be the weakest to get dived, so keeping her in there. I really like the understanding of how to use the objective from Heroes. Nice combos from everybody. The Roots with the Blessed Shield and the Protector and the Dragon Arrow. Understanding, like, immediately deleted 2 members of Bonbon. And that's going to be an early keep. They honestly could still go core. They have Mercs. They still have a pretty healthy Triglav. And, alright, but they decide not to. You know, playing it safe, get the level 16s. That's another free fort. It's going to be tough for Bonbon to really come back here. I mean, the soaking, they already lost the keep, so at least this top lane is going to be constantly pushed out. And we're going to be seeing Blaze up there probably a good amount of time. They actually have 2 healing camps. They didn't even use the first healing one, but they're going to get a second one. So, both teams kind of playing the PvE game for a little bit. Unfortunately, Bonbon is stuck with having to lane and try to close the gap in the experience. The most that they could have done is been doing something cheeky and try to like hide in a bush, get like a quick gank if they can, and try to turn the tides that way. But there's actually a lot of vision available from Heroes between the Chromie vision, the Hanzo vision. You have Malfurion, Moonburn. They should be able to check every bush easily. Oh my god, the damage. Pressing their level 16 advantage. Again, they have 2 heal packs. They could really fight for days with a turret to soak up any tower shots if they need to. I'm actually surprised they're not just pushing a keep here on the mid lane because of all the items that they have. Genji's sitting in the top lane. They're still level 16 to level 15, level 17 to level 15, so there's still a talent tier advantage. Hanzo's still sitting in the back line, just being able to just poke for as long as he wants. And especially with, they see Genji on the top lane. They have, I mean, Heroes has no threat here with the Genji top lane. But they decide to back off. But make sure that they still keep up with their soaking, get to level 20 first, which they have no problem doing now, and they're actually just going to evade. They do have vision here. But are they looking to invade on this camp? Looks like they are. Oh, Li Ming. Oh, they didn't push onto the Li Ming. But looking at the damage now, I mean, Li Ming's been able to catch up. She's getting her poke in. Level 16's reached. I'm actually surprised she didn't go orb build just because they have so much range. I mean, I guess you wanted the dominance, so that way if you get poked really hard in the fight from Hanzo and Chromie, that you'd be able to heal yourself up. Alright, so this is the fight. This is the Clown Fiesta fight over the bottom objective, the worst one with all the belts, the meme fight. But it's a fight that Bonbon has to take. They need to have Genji down here to get an early kill of some type to press an advantage, to get an advantage at least. It's just going to be so hard to break through. There's 2 turrets and 2 heal packs on the side of Heroes. This is a tough fight, man. We're gonna hide the talents for a little bit just to get this poke down. We do have the 5-man here, a little bit of a double Chromie root because that Blaze looking for the stun, does not able to hit it, gets rooted, puts down the bunker, getting some free health. But Hanzo actually just nukes it down with Chromie putting down the time traps. Silence only hitting 2 people. Blessed Shield following up with the ETC stun. Nice Ancestral, but Karash actually, after the Ancestral, got chunked down to half. They're looking to go back in. They did use 1 health pack. Nice throw onto the Malfurion and the taunt. Looking to get that re-engaged, but he does have the ice block. He saves himself for a while, puts down the healing pack, does not, ends up losing Chromie, then the counter kill on Garrosh, about to lose the Blaze. Chromie is doing the resets, 3-2 right now. They still have Genji. Oh, Li Ming's trying to get in there, ends up going down to the turret. The double tank, they're just not able to kill. The turrets are actually doing so much work. But a 2-2 with 1 healer and 1 DPS alive on the side of Bonbon is actually going to allow them to take control of this camp, or to take control of this objective. But Minions on the core. Minions on the core. ETC actually going for it too. They're pushing hard. They know that 2 people are down here. Taking a while to hearth. Oh my god, does this just win the game? Yeah, it does. What a play by Watson. Knowing that these minions... Oh, just stay! Oh, they still win. The Minions. Nice. I mean, that was a nice understanding of the map. Or understanding of, you know, a win condition for ETC. Say like, hey, we saw these minions of the core. There's still, you know, 10 seconds left on the rest of the team of Bonbon, and you know, we see them taking on the objective, so it's gonna take them a little bit to hearth. I mean, that was a nice shot call. All right, so that is game number 1. We're gonna move right into game number 2, bringing us to Powers of Doom. Wait, no, that's wrong. Heroes 1. Powers of Doom is here. Got one sleepy dog. One gets the first pick now. We're gonna bring in Bonbon. Find him. There he is. So, I mean, how'd you guys like that game? I mean, I liked the poke of Heroes a lot. I thought the disruption of Bonbon was gonna be a little bit more effective. I think it was just the first control and the first protector from Heroes was able to give them so much more of a lead. The double front line, honestly, the drafting of the double front line was so good against the Genji, and doing the Ling Ming into it as well. There was just no damage on their back line. They almost got the Chromie early, but ended up not panning off. Is this guy not going to invite the rest of his team in here? Just to get this game rolling, I'll get everybody. Team 1 is first pick. I think Dream Crusher was on Bonbon's team. Don't know who Andrew is. Swap team. I think that's right. All right, teams are good. All right, teams are right. We got team 1 is drafting because it was second map. Blaze. Yeah, Heroes 1 got first pick. Okay, we're good. We're good. You know, did I show the draft for... I did. I had to have. Okay. Man, I'm just getting worried that I'm not doing the casting right. All right. So, Towers of Doom, another big poke map. Let's Heroes, with the comp that they played last game, I could very easily see him playing the exact same comp, honestly. The Hanzo Chromie, very annoying on Heroes of the Towers of Doom to get that poke in. This time, Bonbon deciding to ban the Stukov. Obviously, last time they were second ban, so they banned Phoenix. Should be seeing a Phoenix ban here. It's pretty easy. A lot of times teams will use this to... a lot of times teams will use this time because they know they're going to ban Phoenix, just to kind of decide what heroes they do want to play or what they want to, decide to try to get in what order. They banned the Maiev, so Phoenix is available. Did they do the scout? Do they think that Bonbon does not have a Phoenix player, or do they know the counter to Phoenix? Are they going to pick the playmaker? The playmaker. What's going to happen? Bonbon probably wasn't expecting this. They're like, wait, guys, Wait, do we still pick Phoenix? Is he bad? Do they know something that we don't? Mind games. The mind games. I don't know. Tricky. So, I mean, the things about Phoenix is that you can bait out his stunt, his blink a lot, and then, you know, try to play make him. If you have good silences, it's tough. A lot of time to try to decide on Phoenix. They're really thinking about it. They'd go for Chromie. Do they not have a Phoenix player? Do they not want Phoenix? Chromie does have really good poke. I mean, you can poke down the shields, but again, it's not sustained damage. If Phoenix gets poked, he's just gonna walk away, regen his shields, and come back. I'm so confused, guys. Phoenix got through bans. Phoenix got through first pick. If he goes through these next two picks, I have no idea what's going on. Chromie's super annoying. Hodis could go for the Genji to try to poke on Chromie this time. It did not work for Bonbon last game against the Chromie. Rip the Stookie. Gul'dan map, yeah, totally a Gul'dan map. They do go for the Genji. They go for still no Phoenix. Is Phoenix trash, guys? Do I don't know anything? Is Phoenix trash? What's happening? They pick the Genji that can, obviously it can dive into the Chromie. So basically we're doing an opposite so far of last game. Uther, they has a cleanse for Chromie, has divine shield for Genji, has decent healing against Chromie because of the burst potential. Again, like I said before, Uther's got one of the better burst heals. I'm kind of tilted right now that I'm not seeing the Phoenix. Like, I feel like he's still good, but I might know nothing. I might not know anything. And he might actually be trash now. I'm honestly after this game, I'm going to look at their stats and see if anybody plays Phoenix. Okay. Maybe they just decided. I think there's... I don't know, guys. Alright. Tyrael, Blaze. A Tyrael with a Chromie is kind of odd. Because you have that long... I mean, Tyrael's a very divey, get in your face, could provide shields for the team. You can't provide shields for Chromie if you're not near Chromie at all. And the Phoenix ban. What is going on? So they do think that Phoenix is annoying enough to ban him in the second round. What? But anyway, so back to the actual stats. So we got Genji, Uther. What are they going to look for with the combo? I mean, they see Tyrael and Blaze on that team, so they have a solo lane. Blaze with the solo lane, kind of the double lane. They are they going to be worried about some type of push comp with the Blaze? But Blaze doesn't have double soaking until level 7. They can look for their kind of double soaker or their kind of off laner against the Tyrael and the Blaze and a Chromie. Probably Sonya is probably the best bet. You have Sonya with Uther, maybe Sonya Medivh, but then you only have Genji as the backline, which is probably not enough damage. Abathur Chen. All right, is Duke in the chat? Is Duke in the chat? I think this is your game. I think this is your favorite game right now. So the Chen did get some pretty good changes in the patch yesterday. The level 1 quest talent when he burns people does give him more damage reduction for a longer, or I should say not more, depends on how many people you hit, but it does give him a longer damage reduction, which actually increases his effective health more than his old talented. Abathur on top of a Chen is incredibly annoying to deal with because of the that gives Chen just that much more damage, and Chen is super sticky. So he's probably looking to just dive onto Chromie and just stay there and just stay there. There's still Uther that can protect himself against any type of dive. There's Uther that can protect himself, anybody else from any type of dive on the Genji. Hanzo and Lily into the Chen. Why did they pick Lily? I don't know what's going on in this draft. So, Lily into Genji and a Chen. Not much auto attacks. There's not much interrupts for Lily. Only the Uther so far. I actually imagine we're going to see another frontliner that can wave clear really well. There are 2 stuns. Yeah, so Joanna, another frontliner that can wave clear, and another very good hat target. We got clones on Genji. We got 2 hat targets on very sticky heroes. 3 hat targets on very sticky heroes. You got good wave clear with the Chen and the Joanna. And Abathur can soak lanes. I mean, there's 2 stuns available for against Lily. There's Blessed Shield, Joanna Condemn, Uther, so there's 3 stuns if Lily gets in range. Those are all very close. So Lily has to get in range. So that does allow her healing to be up there pretty high. There's not too much burst potential. There's a lot of poke from Bonbon, but I don't see that they have the same protection that Hodus did on the last game. Because, Hodus had Joanna and ETC in front of the Hanzo Chromie, and basically nobody was able to jump onto Chromie.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Alright, well, let's see how it goes, guys. So we got game number 2. I need to switch my thing. There it is. So game number 2 on Towers of the Doom. We got Your Mom Bonbon with Bonbons on Lily, Bonbon on Blaze, the OG Bonbon on Hanzo, Kivo Panda on Chromie, and Dream Crusher on the Tyrael. On the right hand side, we got Blaze on the Abathur, Water Boy on the Joanna, Jub Jub on the Uther, Watson on the Genji, and Andrew on the Chen. So Chen has not picked his first talent yet. Let's see what he decides to go. If he picks the question one, he's going to want to pick it now, so that way he can start getting some free stacks. Do you see the Justice for All? Chromie's actually going freaking her W. Chen still hasn't picked a level 1. Missed up a lot of stacks right there if he was not going to be picking up stats. They actually got chunked pretty hard there by the Hanzo and the Chromie. Surprisingly, Chromie does not go Q here against the Chen. Chen's actually probably just free stacks. Granted, he's free stacks with whatever stack you go into. Why is Chen not picking up her talent? His stuff. So Chen versus Blaze. Chen should win this lane because Blaze doesn't. The self healing from Chen is actually pretty good, and since he has no mana, if Blaze uses up his abilities to clear the lane, then Chen will actually just out resource him. It's actually a very interesting interaction, just because the fact that you have this hero that doesn't have mana. And then we have the Joanna on the other lane. Again, this Abathur is going to cause such an annoyance for both these solo laners, because just any of these solo laners with an Abathur hat is going to make it incredibly hard to go against him. We see that Abathur is being very active with moving his hat around. Now on the Genji while he takes the camps, and helps the Genji clear the camp with the mines. Joanna's just beating him up. So he did go. Why did he not pick that up at level 1? He missed out like 3 stacks. This is Hanzo just poking him out. So go in the auto attack build. See, like right now. So now Blaze cannot fight in here. So he's actually going to get out pushed pretty hard. I mean, Hodus is... They're really punishing the fact that there's not much push pressure on the side of Bonbon because of the Chromie Hanzo. They can't really push at all. So and since they have 2 frontliners like this that are just going to be able to soak up these lanes super safe and not have to worry about dying, Genji's able to do whatever he wants, and they're just. I mean, they don't have good Merkers since Hanzo did not go W build. This is going to be tough. This is an early game, half a level lead already for Hodus with an Abathur comp. Once these tributes start going out, I mean, it's going to get even bigger with the Abathur soaking. I mean, Blaze is having a tough time against this Chen. I mean, it's to be expected. Chen is honestly one of the best solo laners. It's just that he usually doesn't provide as much to the rest of the team fight. But I feel like this is obviously going to work out very easily for the rest of them. Good rotation from the Uther. Honestly, Chen was just beating Blaze by himself. A little bit of a body block on the Uther. Nice. I like how Uther's actually still walking around. Make sure he didn't stay there for that body block because he didn't want to keep getting chunked by the Chromie. And look at this. This Abathur is just demolishing them. I'm actually surprised Chromie is sitting right here. You can actually hit this from this gate and then you have no worry about the Genji. Granted, maybe he's trying to bait the Genji in because then the Genji goes into towers. So that's probably why he's doing it. Oof, cute as dodge. This is just a fight. I didn't see the bottom fight because I am very interested in what's going up here because I do kind of want to watch this Chen. Chen's just sitting here getting infinite stacks as far as he wants. Uther, however, is getting poked pretty hard and everybody's starting to rotate in. Uther's out of mana. I honestly, they should not be able to contest this that much longer. Oh my, unless Blaze dies. The Chen jumping on he's just so sticky with the Abathur. But this Chromie poke. The longer, honestly, the longer they delay this and the longer that Bonbon is not soaking, they're actually going to be in the loss. This is actually more beneficial for HOTUS than it is for Bonbon. I mean, the Abathur's like just super safe, using his body down here to soak. And again, there's just not enough pressure from Bonbon. This is ridiculous. They are deciding to have Blaze go down here and soak. It looks like they're just going to... Okay, finally, since they have the soaker here, any delay now is now worth it. Because there's going to be less soaking on the side of HOTUS. Now that they have the Hanzo in lane, they have the Blaze in lane. It makes a lot more sense. They're just... Is this ever going to take... Okay, let's take the bets. How long is it going to take for them to actually cap this? Right now it's 5:07. How long does it take? We got Hanzo poke. We got Hanzo... damage on the fort. It is allowing them to catch up in this is so cancer, honestly. Let's watch Chromie do her thing. Chromie just throws her abilities. Ooh, with that dive in there. Hanzo should be coming in for the poke. What? Simple geometry. It hit here and went all the way over there. Simple geometry. This is ridiculous. Blaze is actually getting a lot of value. This is able to catch them up on experience. I don't know if HOTUS is realizing that this is not worth it for them anymore. Since they've used the Blaze to soak, since the Hanzo has gone up to soak. Chromie's getting all these stacks. They're just stacking up Chromie like for days. I wonder, I would really like to know what the ramifications of this long-ass fight is. Honestly, this is just so boring. Surprisingly, the Abathur Genji taking Mercs and fighting the Blaze because of that Abathur shielding and healing. And he's actually going to just almost kill him. Finally, with that poke, I think they're actually going to allow Bonbon to take the camp, to take the bell tower. So that was a minute and a half, and we started that timer like already 2 minutes in. That was a 4-minute bell tower fight. I don't know if it was worth it. Genji actually reset the Mercs down here, which is super unfortunate. There's going to be a fight. Turiel's fighting on the point, but they're down level 10, or at least Chromie's level 10. I walked off the point very slightly and still died for it. Unfortunate. Chen's trying to come in to do a little bit of poke. Ends up dying to the Hanzo simple geometry. This is a back and forth game. But with those Mercs that HOTUS was finally able to pick up, they were able to get a good amount of tower damage. There's still about a half a level lead for HOTUS. Blaze is doing his best to try to delay this push into this fort. Again, the good thing about HOTUS' draft is that Abathur can soak multiple lanes if he needs to. Looking at the damage, Chromie is very much on top since she's gotten so many stacks off of that Chen during that bell tower. Now, this is going to be a little interesting fight because there are double 10s, so we're going to be seeing the Genji, probably the Genji clone. Honestly, it would be very funny if we saw the Chen clone, just because the stickiness on these two squishy targets. Chen actually getting nuked pretty hard there. Chromie with a good combo is able to get his ultimate off, and here comes the Dragon Blade. Doesn't even need the Dragon Shield yet. It is the double Genji. Sanctification comes out, but honestly, not everybody is near it. Blaze using the bunker. Everybody's going to get in the bunker, getting that free damage reduction. And no tower's actually taken yet. Clone is down. They can re-engage with this. It's only it is 4-4. Kind of 4 to 4.5. And Genji's, I mean, Hanzo's going to be up pretty quick. A lot faster than the Abathur clone's going to be. But this is going to be it. There's just so much range. This is going to be how much poke can people do. They're looking for the Chromie. Chromie is going to get dived on by the Chen and the Genji and end up falling. Blaze tried to get the sneak. Probably was not worth it. And is actually going to most likely die for it unless he gets his charge up here. What is that? Charge somebody? Charge on the Unstoppable. Need to charge onto the Chen. Blaze is still alive somehow with the Lily heals. And didn't even have a healer during all that. Chromie is stacked on both of her questing talents. That is going to make her a lot more dangerous. But Blaze staying there a little bit too long. And Jub just goes from the top lane to the bottom lane to take it. And is still able to get everybody up. He has no mana, and they're still fighting this. The healing from the Abathur is very significant. What are these fights, man? These fights take forever. With all that fight, Abathur. This is why me and Skigums hate Abathur. But Chromie still sitting on top damage. Hanzo pretty close to the Genji, or close enough. Chen is actually higher than the Hanzo in damage. He's just been able to sit on top of him with the Abathur. So looking at the talents, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary that I can tell. We do see the keg toss with the fire acclamation. Chen's actually almost stacked with the fire. I'm actually surprised it's taken this long just because of how much team fighting they've done. I would assume that the stacking would actually happen a lot sooner. Chen gets chunked by Chromie though, when he doesn't have his shield up. Blaze soloing the top camps, but Hoda smartly is gonna bodyguard these minions in there, making sure that they can get some free fort damage. Actually kills the fort, baits out the sanctification and the jugs. There are no stuns for him. Coming out with the clone on the Genji. I think this Chromie is no longer here. Instantly dies. So that's a fort and a kill. And Chromie is not going to be up in time for this bell tower either. So that's actually going to should be an easy 5 shots going for Hodis. And the counter push with the Blaze. It's just so ridiculous. See, it puts like Bonbon's in a weird spot because they want Blaze to be double soaking. I feel like the draft of the Chen and the Abathur just threw off Bonbon's idea of what they originally wanted so much, since they picked up actually diving into the death zone to kill the Hanzo. Because it's hard, you can't jump over here. So the Chen and the Abathur must have messed up Bonbon's draft so hard, because they early picked Tyrael, which means they had an idea. They had an idea for what they wanted to do with Tyrael, but they're like, wait, no, we got to now do something about Chen and Abathur. And because I would imagine they were most likely trying to pick somebody else that could dive. Because what you want Blaze to be doing is to really be double soaking as much as possible and try to force out the 4v3 or the 4v4. I mean, you can't leave Abathur to double soak. This is actually going to die. Chen stickiness. Oh, man. Looking at his stacks, he's at 27. So, like, you almost want to force the Blaze into double soaking and kind of force this 4v3. And then that way Abathur has to stay down here to make the 4v3 even. I feel like that's probably what they wanted to be doing during the early game. But, I mean, their poke is real here. They're getting some good damage between the Hanzo and the Chromie damage. taking out half of Genji's stacks, health. The good thing about fighting against the Uther is that he is cooldown dependent. Getting tilted by Abba in 2018. But everybody's too hurt, and this fort is actually still not down yet. And they're going to get another fort top lane. They are even talent tiers, so they do want to fight this. We got 4v3 right now. Looking for that poke. Looking for that poke. He didn't actually need to go that far for the poke, but it worked. Here comes the clone. The bunker is out. A lot of Genji dash damage. Here comes the Chen with the multiple people. They are going to be fighting into the fort, but it doesn't matter actually because, I mean, Hot's already got the bell tower, so they can just, disengage now. And they're still going to get top fort because of Abathur. Just the stickiness and the survivability of the Joanna and the Chen with the Abathur hat is... you can't... They just stick onto a Hanzo or stick onto a Chromie or a Lily, and they don't die. Using their 16 advantage, using the fact that they know that Bonbon kind of wants to clear lanes, they're just going to take a free boss. Abathur's bottom, getting his soak. I mean, I think Bonbon's probably sitting there going, where are they? Oh, okay. Well, another free 4 shots. Level 16 still available, or still trying to get reached by Bonbon. Does anybody hear that Zergling mount? So cute. Yeah, so what can Bonbon do here? I mean, Hodis is just putting on a clinic for taking care of their advantages. Genji's actually staying down here to make sure that they can't push into this fort, taking a lot of damage from the Chromie. Where did he go? Oh, he went the spell armor after agility. And so we're going to see Hodis try to escort these in. I don't think they're going to get any value out of it. A lot of damage going out. No Abathur clone yet. There's 1 second on the shrines. I wonder if they're going to delay enough and let... yeah, Abathur's going to take the bottom bell tower. Genji was actually able to dash across to get this bell tower. Hanzo is going to annoy it. Does not able to get the interrupt in time. That's 2 different shots that did 5 damage. And this is actually going to be for the game. There is still an Abathur clone available. Oh, and the block with the Dragon Arrow. Not able to get into the range of the Uther. I don't think I ever saw Uther actually use Divine Shield. There's the Divine Shield, though, right when I say it. Sanctification going out to stop the Dragon Blade. Everybody goes back into the bunker, but the game... Wait, can I not do math? Oh, they took the bell tower right at the last second. All that Chromie damage, but they're all in the middle of each other, right? Just getting dashed by the Genji and by the Chen. Genji clone's still up. Chromie is actually able to kill out the Joanna at the last second. Time's trapped. Get away from the Chen. Chen is still alive. Is still alive. Oh my god. Wait. The 2v... 2-2 kills. Well then. Genji's still looking for it. I mean, you got the Abathur hat. They're out of mana. Look at the damage now. Chromie's at 62 damage. The Genji's at 51. The 1 tower shot, though. They just barely got that top. I mean, look at the Chen damage, even. Chen's sitting at 38. He's pretty close to the Hanzo in damage. Honestly, nothing to shake a stick at. Both teams level 16. 2 bell towers. Even talent tiers. Chen's not alive for another 2 seconds. But this is going to be a 5v5. This is going to be the fight to win. We should be seeing... I think we want to be seeing a lot of poke from the Chromie. This is... I mean, the only way they win this is to be able to poke somebody down fast enough, bait out a lot of their ultimates. A pretty early Jugs, honestly, because we don't even see the Dragon Shide yet. So it actually got interrupted on the Jugs. That's going to be detrimental. Everybody tries to jump into the bunker, try to avoid as much of the damage. We should have Sanctification come out. There it is. Divine Shield was already used. That's a lot of their ultimates used. Genji's getting into the dashes. But Lily actually dies first, followed up by the Blaze. And it's going to be quickly followed by the Tyrael and pretty much everybody else. Nice time trap. But not going to matter. The early stun to the Lily, I feel like the Lily did not want to be in the middle of all of them. Jugs actually has a very wide range. I think that's honestly what probably lost them that fight, is the fact that the Lily was too close. Like, she could have very easily been up here and would not have been able to be stunned and still hit everybody. But, you know, congratulations for Heroes of the United States with the victory. That was interesting. No Phoenix. No Phoenix game. Banned on the second wave. A Chen pick. An Abathur pick. Granted, it's like Abathur's best map, but man, new meta. New meta. Alright, so that's going to be the first match of the day. That was of congratulations to the victory for Heroes of the United States. I actually have an immediate next cast, so I'm actually going to stop this recording to be able to